Closing summary session. Yeah, I've actually created 2 slides. I don't know if you guys want to see it. Maybe I'll just summarize it in a nutshell. But I think, comparing to, this is the 4th PhilDev Summit, right? And then we've run this track, I think, 3 times so far. I think what I've seen today, more prominent than before, if I look at my notes, the first and foremost, this morning we started off with some real examples of users actually demonstrating they're using decentralized compute. NSAI, we heard from Akash, we heard from Swan, right? Swan token. We heard from Jensen, and we heard from, I forgot the last one, sorry, help me out here. Who was the 4th one that had, forgot the name. Anyway, what we heard were real, actual customers using decentralized compute, and we heard aggregation platforms building on top of these infrastructure layers. And on top of that, we heard that there was a need to connect storage, specifically Filecoin, through decentralized stacks and also new interfaces. It's very prominent that we need better connectors, because I wrote down there's a need for easier APIs that came up multiple times. There's a need for hot storage and cold storage. And actually that conversation continued in the hallway, where it was not just I want hot, and it's not just I want cold. I want the ability to have both. And I need this ZK, basically on-chain proof that data integrity is maintained, but I want to have the flexibility to manage it. We need machine actionability, and we need better interoperability with existing tools for data engineers. We need also standards for compute stacks to move data in and out in the same way. I think this all comes to the same kind of outcome, and we need tools to support private data sets on Filecoin. That came back multiple times, and there's multiple solutions. I think Arkham also now just kind of addressed some of it. And then we need build, as next steps, we need to build reference architectures, because one of the things that we've seen is that more pieces are falling into place, right? You see more compute offerings, like Titan Networks, that's what it was, Konstantin was talking about, the edge network that they had built, and it was very interesting that that's sort of like, again, yet another way of enabling resources at the edge that enable other applications, like crawling the web through having access to 500,000 IPs, and that provides a great source of data to these LLMs. But the point is, the connection from the end edge, from the edge device all the way to Filecoin is not there, or is not solid yet, and we need to kind of glue them all together. And then when it comes to adoption, we see universities, local governments, some early aggregation platforms, CDN, AI engineers came back multiple times. These are new use cases, these are new workloads, but some comments were made that there is a need for more and more now decentralization, just because users are starting to feel the pain points. And we need more specialized stacks that focus on decentralized training, because decentralized training is not happening. What you're seeing is inferencing for mostly. There's now more activity around fine-tuning, and Fluent's kind of gave an example on how to implement a RAG ELT type of workload in Filecoin, and the need for on-chain data lakes, or the ability to manage on-chain data lakes. And then last but not least is that in the future, what's coming up next is atomic smart agents. That was a common thread as well, that smart agents will become the future main users of storage and compute, and they will start to optimize utilization of these infrastructure stacks. That's what it is. That's what I had for today. So thank you for those who stayed with us, and thank you for those who participated. Thank you all for contributing, and I will see you next time at PhilDev Summit 5. See you.